webinar. Hi, this is Teresa Van, your usually invisible webinar host. Today we have a slightly different version of the webinar. It is a question and answer about the meeting that was held this past month. And what I am doing is I am going to ask everybody to sign into chat and write your name and say hi or whatever as soon as you log into the room. And as soon as we get a quorum of people at this question and answer, I will run an introductory video and then we will begin. Now I'm going to go into the room and turn off my camera, but I'm going to ask you all to continue to sign in. Please sign in when you get into the room. I see that there are 8 people who are attended, and there's Lynn Smith and Bernadette. Hi, you. And need to hear from Sue, Evelina, June, Kate, Kathy, Jennifer, Alan. Hi, June. Okay, as soon as you're tuned in, as soon as you've got the webinar up and going, sign in on chat. We've got 8 people attending. 3 of you have logged in and said hi. Anybody more? Or maybe you're listening on a phone or some media where you can't access the chat easily. Okay, we got 9 people. That's half the registrants. Now, the forum of this tonight is different than what we've done before. We invite you to ask questions. Hi, Kate. We invite you to ask questions about the meeting, and we will, Lisa and Rennie will answer your questions. And don't be shy. There's not that many people. And hi, Alan. And also, I am in the control room and I can see who's logged in. I just want to make sure that you can fully participate. So 10 people have logged in now. And Sue, Evelina, Lynn, Kathy, Jennifer, the video will be starting shortly, and after the video we will be taking questions and answers. And the video is Anne-Marie's introductory video, and it's got really cute horses in it too, so it's well worth watching. Okay, 11 people have logged in. That is a quorum, but I am not sure that everybody who is logged in is able to ask questions and participate. So if you haven't chatted yet, if you haven't logged in on chat yet, please say hi and I will start the video. Okay, let's see. The people whose whose emails I'm not seeing. No, wait, Kathy has a Gmail account. Okay, there may be problems with people who don't have Gmail accounts, but no, we've got people who have Comcast and AOL who have signed in. Okay, we'll go one more minute and then I'll start the video. Oh, tell you what, how about if I do the poll that I loaded for this part of the webcast. Here's the poll. How many of you have watched the video of the annual meeting? And 100% yes. Yay! Well, well, that's. I think we're going to have a good meeting. Whoops, switch to 80 and 20. Okay, I'm going to turn off my mic. And I'm going to turn on the video. And I'm going to turn it over to Ruby, Lisa, and Rennie.
Welcome back. It's so great to hear from Anne-Marie, even though she couldn't join us tonight. That's a great example of how we can work in a little bit of volunteering here and there and support the USLF overall. We have Rennie and Lisa with us tonight, as well as many other Lipizan experts with us via the chat. So I would invite everybody to ask any questions they had about the annual meeting video. And even if you didn't watch it, you can ask questions too. We won't judge you. We don't always have 60 minutes to sit down and watch it, but if you haven't had a chance, it may be worth going back after the fact. So I know we have some questions that came in from Facebook, so we can begin answering those, but we'd love to take questions from anybody we have here with us tonight as well.
So I'll jump right in, and one of the questions we had ahead of time regarded the availability of the Lipizan calendar, the 2017 calendar. And I talked to Gayla Edwards yesterday, and she said the first 250 have arrived at her house. About 60 of those are pre-sold. The cost is $20 a piece, plus shipping and handling. And you can either call Gayla or email Gayla and request that. You can buy as many as you like, and they can be paid for either by mailing checks to the office or by PayPal on the USLF website, miscellaneous payments spot. And I think we'll be putting a post, if we haven't already, on Facebook with Gayla's contact information so that people can start ordering those. And I understand they are beautiful.
That's great, Rennie. Looking forward to seeing the Facebook post and getting a chance to get one.
I know. Or 2 or 3 or 4.
We got to see a mock-up in Minnesota and at the annual meeting, and there's some volunteers who have made this a really beautiful, special calendar.
Yeah, I haven't seen even the mock-up. I'm looking forward to it. So, and then another one of our pre-questions was regarding the current census. Someone had asked whether we had a breakdown of the stallions by stallion line. And we hadn't yet broken that out, so I went and pulled up some numbers, and I'll go through those right now. And if people have further questions about that, I'll try to answer them. But in terms of active breeding stallions, we have 6 Conversano, 9 Favori, 10 Maestoso, 9 Neapolitano, 10 Pluto, and 10 Seglavi, for a total of 54 active breeding stallions. We also tallied those stallions who are fertile but not currently being bred, so we call them potential breeding stallions. There are 18 Conversanos, 23 Favoris, 9 Maestoso, 8 Neapolitanos, 8 Plutos, and 6 Seglavis, for a total of 72. In addition, there are a few and semen available. One of those is a Favori, 2 are Maestoso, 2 are Neapolitano, and 1 is a Pluto, for a total of 6. And so that is how the grand total of, I think, 132 that adds up to potential breeding stallions breaks down right now.
It's like a lipizonmatch.com.
Ooh.
Does anybody have questions about the breeding stallions or any other census questions? I know that Rennie probably gave a report on that at the annual meeting, so that was great. A lot of our other committees and other groups also gave reports. That might be, if you have any questions about any of the committees, this is a great time to ask, as we should have information on them.
Everybody's being really quiet. Let's see. I can jump in with a little bit of information about the new youth scholarship program. This is another one of Gayla's projects, and I got some information from her yesterday about that so that I could fill you all in on that. So for anyone who's not familiar, this is a brand new program we're starting, offering scholarships to Lipizzan owners or lessors who are 21 and under and are USLF members. And they can complete an application for a scholarship. The scholarships will be awarded for such things as clinics, and other educational opportunities. And then we are requesting that they write us a little report afterwards that can be published in the news. And so that's kind of how that's going to work. And I think the application forms are just about ready so that they can start being distributed and filled out. And hopefully we'll get some people wanting some of that scholarship money. So
that's a great opportunity. Hopefully we can engage some young Lipizzan enthusiasts.
Yeah, we have quite a few youth members, young members, and it would be nice to see them getting active early.
Plus, they have such wonderful technical skills. They can help with committees like the webinar committee.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see.
Do we have any questions from those of you that are watching now? We'd love to answer them.
A short meeting if nobody has any questions.
Okay, pretty quiet from the peanut gallery here. And keep going for a little bit longer, but tonight's session was set up as a Q&A, so if we do not have questions, we will cut out short. Again, if you think of something after the fact, you can always email us at uslfwebinar@gmail.com. Hopefully nobody's having technical difficulties and anything like that, but again, if there's any reason that you can't ask the question tonight, or maybe haven't had a chance to watch the video yet, even though we'd like to provide it during our webinars, provide it at a later date and time as needed. How many of the folks that we have with us here were actually able to attend the annual meeting or one of the evaluations? Maybe people can chime in on chat about things that they enjoyed with the meeting, or if they've got you know, some favorite parts if they were able to attend.
Well, I know I was really sorry to have missed this year. I was looking forward to seeing Kate's place, but maybe another time.
You got to attend. Any favorite parts?
Probably the babies, seeing all the foals and getting to go out and spend time with them. That was definitely one of my favorite parts. But that, and also the number of people that did come and getting, as usual, to see people you don't see for a year and connecting with the Lipizzan community is another part I really enjoyed.
Sherry said she missed seeing some of you all. We'll have to try to get more people next year. Kate is talking about how Lisa got to see 2 of her former mayors, and that I know is very exciting. We all got to see the pictures. Looks like we've got some rave reviews for Dr. Peters.
That's another question that came in ahead of time that I
Great.
can address. I'd forgotten that one. I didn't have it in my notes. We have had several people asking about the notes from Dr. Peters' presentation, and she has provided those to the USLF, and for people who were paying participants in the seminars, we'll be getting copies of that out to you shortly. So, because I know she told everybody not to take notes, she would make sure that a copy got passed along. So she did.
Fantastic. That's great. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Jennifer, I'm not sure if you're trying to raise your hand, but if you can just type it into the chat, we'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. It looks like Lynn's been studying. That's great. You all are a very well-educated audience this evening. You have no questions for us, which is not a bad thing. But again, we're happy to answer any if you do have them. Okay, I think we're going to give this a minute or two more, just in case anybody is having any technical difficulties getting those questions in. Oh, look, we have got a question. Will it be published which mares and stallions were approved?
So I'll address that one. It will certainly be published in the stud book, which we are already getting updated and getting the new scores into and getting ready to get out to everybody. And I believe, and this is decided yet by the Breeders' Committee, but I think there's going to be something in the news also. So.
Yeah, it looks like we've got June piping in over here in the chat, and she said that they are, looks like they're going to discuss and figure out the best way to make information available to interested members.
Right, but it will certainly be in
joining
the,
us via the chat and providing that information. Any other questions from our folks here or comments on annual meeting or evaluations or other pieces? Kate isn't able to join us via the video or audio tonight, but she is here on chat. She might be a good person if anybody is thinking they might want to ever host in the future, because she sounds like did a fantastic job, as I think both hosts did, for evaluations. But there's a lot of logistics that goes into doing that. So many thanks to everybody that helped set up the meeting and evaluations, because that's a lot of work. And Rennie, June is asking if you have received the results from the host farms yet.
I have received the results from North Carolina, but I have yet to receive the results from Minnesota. They are still in the mail somewhere.
One of our own committee members might be a little late, but that's okay. She will get them.
I have no fear.
We promise that volunteering for any of these committees is very low key. Defending herself, she says she's put them in the mail today along with June's measuring stick. So that's fantastic news. It sounds like Rennie's going to have everything in her hands soon.
Great. That's good to hear.
It looks like we may have had a couple of folks join a little bit late and then drop on and off. Do we have any other questions? Anybody that's joined? Ooh, not a question, but some exciting news apparently. Looks like there might be some new bloodlines coming into the U.S. Thanks for that information. Sounds like 3 new mares that might be in full. We'll have to make sure we get that right into the census.
Yeah.
Any other questions or exciting Lipizan comments? We do want to be, appreciate everybody that has joined us tonight. If we don't have a lot of, we will wrap it up out of deference for everybody's time. Lots of thanks to everybody that hosted the evaluations, which I know everybody echoes that sentiment.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, we're going to stay live for maybe 2 more minutes to 8:30. Again, we're happy to hang out longer if people do have questions or if anybody joins us. Please let everybody else know if they weren't able to make it this evening, that again, we're always happy to answer questions via our lfwebinar@gmail.com, or of course you can post things to Facebook or other places. We're pretty good at finding all the questions. Oh, looks like we've got a little technical note that it is not working well for folks on their iPhone, so we will certainly try to look into that for the next time. Sometimes connectivity issues may not allow it to work as well. We also know that a lot of our folks in the Pacific Northwest have had some stormy weather, so that may be impacting some of the connectivity there, although it's staying with us strong. Okay, any final questions before we sign off? Again, if you had a technical issue and maybe couldn't get your question in to us tonight, we're always happy to answer them through a different mode. We've got Lisa and Rennie, and as well as our other board members who often will help us answer questions that we may not know the answer to right away. Lisa or Rennie, anything else from you? I think since we do not seem to have any other questions coming in, we will wrap it up for the evening. And we will certainly try to address any technical issues that folks might have faced this time as we move forward.
Yeah, I think I covered the questions that had come in ahead of time that I know about, so.
Great. Lisa, anything from you?
No, just a big thank you for everyone to join us. And if there are additional questions, to go ahead and send them in to uslfoffice@gmail.com.
uslfwebinar@gmail.com.
Either one will find the right person to answer.
We'll find them either place. Okay, y'all, thank you so much for joining us. Again, the video of the meeting is always available on YouTube. We didn't have a lot of questions asked tonight, but this video will be available as well, so anybody can hear the information about the stallion lot that Rennie did provide tonight. So for joining us, and we hope to see you all next time.